Business Breakfast, 21 minutes past 7.
The markets on Dubai Eye 103.8.
With PolicyBazaar.ae, save up to 30% on the best car insurance deals. Compare, buy, save. Only on PolicyBazaar.ae.
Yes, so Asian markets falling this morning. Hong Kong in particular down by 2.5%. This is what the analysts are saying. Falling because the China stimulus that was announced late last week falling a bit short of expectations. They were hoping for more in Hong Kong. That is one reason for the sell-off this morning. Elsewhere in Asia, you wouldn't even call it a sell-off. They're just down a bit. Nikkei in Tokyo lower by about 1/3% right now. That's your stock markets.
Commodities.
With EGA, Emirates Global Aluminium, the largest industrial company in the UAE outside of oil and gas. Visit ega.ae.
All right, hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico not causing as much chaos as previously thought. That is Hurricane Rafael. It had boosted prices in the oil market earlier. They've fallen back again at the end of the trading of last week. Let's have a look at where we are this morning now that we've got that early Asian trade kicking in. Still red arrows, 73.67 for Brent, $70 just over for WTI. But crypto is the commodity that we're watching this morning. It hit 80,000. Crypto traders feeling very happy about Trump in power. It continues to climb, 81,171 at the moment.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
With RAKBank, earn 5.5% welcome bonus interest per annum for 3 months when you open a RAKBank account digitally before the 31st of December. Terms and conditions apply.
Right then, we are talking retail this morning because it is Singles Day. 11th of the 11th. Started out in China as a promotion launched by Alibaba in the late 2000s. But it's gone global, and certainly a lot of UAE companies are jumping on the bandwagon. Let's speak to a man who knows retail. Ritesh Mahan is with us in the studio, author of books including Simplifying Retail and How to Be a Shark Salesman. Morning, Ritesh.
Good morning, Richard.
11/11 Singles Day. Big deal in the UAE or just a lot of hot air?
It's basically a big deal, I would call it. A lot of brands and retailers are carrying on this bandwagon because it's one of the most important sales event of the year, followed by Yellow Friday, followed by Cyber Mondays. So yes, November has been a year starting with 11/11 as one of the key sales event in any marketing calendar.
Is it a key sales event? Honestly, I didn't know it was happening. Is it going to move the need? I mean, for example, I was looking, Sharafdi G has got something, Jumbo has got something when I Google sales 11. Really? Is 11th when Jumbo look back on 2024, are they going to go, oh, Singles Day, that was a belter?
To be very honest, Richard, yes. When it comes to the category, if you analyze what sells during the Singles Day is the electronics. And in electronics is telecom. So telecom products really do well. And now it's not...
Okay. But there's no margin in mobile phones or electronics. So how do they discount?
Okay, when there are two kind of margin when any brand does their pricing, it's called front end and back end. Front end margins are wafer thin, as you rightly said, but what really a retailer makes money is in the back end margins, which includes your catalog, promotions, listing fees. So that's where the retailer makes chunk of their money. Shelf fees or, to put the product display fees, that's the back end margin coming into the retailer's kitty.
And who's that paid by?
It's by the brand.
By the brand. So if Jumbo or Sharafdi G has got Huawei or Samsung phones on, Huawei or Samsung or their ilk will pay.
Yes, you're right. The brand pays for the promotions, brand pays for the listing fees, for the display fees, and it depends. It's sometimes the agreement between the power retailers and the brand in such a way that certain models are also launched exclusively with the power retailer. So that's a win-win situation for both retailer as well as a brand.
Okay, so maybe we need a league table, Ritesh, of these various promotions. And think who's top of the Premier League at the moment? Would it be Dubai Shopping Festival? Would it be Singles Day? Would it be Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving? There's white something or other, isn't there? I think Noona's got yellow something.
Friday.
Yeah. Where do these rang?
I would call it Yellow Friday or / Black Friday is one of the biggest sales event, followed by Cyber Mondays, followed by your Singles Day, followed by DSF. If you look at the calendar per se of Dubai calendar, it's the year round that we are currently having sales. So the DSF, yes, it started with the big bang, and it's one of the key event of the calendar, followed by Dubai Summer Surprises. So that's the ranking, I would say. When it comes to electronic sector, electronic category, your Black Friday leads the category. But if you say all these sales events are not a single day event, they start at least 3 to 4 days prior. For example, 7th onwards, we already started the Singles Day event in most of the sites. So, and if you look at the Google Analytics, the intent of search for categories other than electronics like beauty, skincare showed a 23% spike.
Okay, so it's the season. I'm looking at Noon's website, and they have got what they're calling Yellow Friday. But that ties in with Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving in America, which is the final Thursday of November, isn't it? So that is all happening last week in November here, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Traditionally in America, that would be the pre-Christmas shopping season.
Yes, we call it pre-shopping, pre-holiday shopping fest.
Okay, fine. Another question for you on electronics. I've only got a couple of minutes left. My parents-in-law, who grew up in been here since the 1970s, but now live in India, and they were here when Jitex was on, and I was doing some work down at Jitex, and my mother-in-law said, "Does Jitex Shopper still happen?" And I thought, you know what? I don't think it does. Used to be a mega event. Brandy, you remember Jitex Shopper?
Oh,
Buy a
yeah,
cheap telly.
humongous.
It was a big deal. And if you wanted a laptop, I'm going to wait till Jitex Shopper. Did it happen this year? Ritesh?
It happened, Richard, for sure. And what has actually happened if you look at the trend, it's the retailers who have spoiled the consumers by giving a year-round discounts, promotions, offers. You go to any mall during the year, despite Jitex or whether it is Summer Surprises, whether it is shopping festival, you will definitely find deals going on all your electronic gadgets. So that's it's a year-round activity, and yes, it's a retailer to be blamed who has spoiled the consumer to the fullest by offering discounts, and consumer has become today a discount seeker.
Last question. Your world is also Brandy's world. Perfumes. You work in fragrances. Brandy's obsessed with fragrances. Deals, bargains to be had on fragrances?
Yes, fragrances, if you look at the overall category per se, I'll take an example of travel retail. Fragrances and cosmetics, we call perfumes and PNC category, is the second largest contributory category for any travel retail operator in the world. Other than, the number one is tobacco and liquor, followed by PNC, perfumes and cosmetics. So yes, there will be definitely deals going on Amazon. There will be deals going on Noon on perfumes and cosmetics, especially this year. Watch out for skincare.
The sweet smell of success. Sorry, Ritesh, I couldn't resist. Ritesh, good to speak to you. Appreciate your time this morning. Ritesh Mohan, Retail Ritesh, with us in the studio. Singles Day is today, if that is your thing. Business Breakfast live on Dubai Eye Radio, live also on Dubai One TV.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Busy in the usual places right now. Maybe are people heading to the malls for Singles Day? Can you get in-person bricks and mortar deals? We'll find out. Let us know. Look, Dubai is, it's school runs starting to gather momentum right now, but I've seen it far, far worse. Any updates, get in touch.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Right, still to come on the Business Breakfast this morning. We are going to be having a look in detail at the Talabat IPO with not just one but two experts this morning. About 5 minutes' time, we are going to be speaking to Samir Lakhani, the market watcher, about what we have learnt from the prospectus and the detailed adverts that have gone live first thing this morning from Talabat's parent company, Delivery Hero. We're also then going to be crossing over to Baku to get the latest on the first day of COP29 with a new Trump administration. What extra pressure does that put on climate change talks in Azerbaijan? We're going to be speaking to the energy expert Amina Becker a little bit later on.
Your ARN News.
Good morning, I'm Serena Kelly. The